This week, we have updates to opportunities, calendars, plus an all-new functionality that allows you to generate QR codes to collect reviews. All of this and more coming up in this week's weekly breakdown right now. What's up, guys? It's Michael McAllister with Empower LO. This week in our weekly breakdown of HighLevel for the mortgage industry, we've got a handful of updates for you, as you can see on our handy-dandy spreadsheet here. So we're just going to jump right in. The first thing I want to highlight, again, if for those of you guys that don't know that this exists in here, this is labs, right? I talk about this at least every other week. A lot of the features that I'm talking about in the weekly breakdowns are going to start as a labs feature or a beta feature and then roll out over time. And so if at any point you're looking for a feature that I'm talking about and it's not in there, go into labs and make sure that you have everything turned on in labs. I think I had the Outlook integration. Outlook two-way sync is the only one that I don't have enabled in here because I don't have Outlook, but everything else is enabled in here. I say that because this first one that we're going to go over is in fact a labs feature. Okay, so the first update that we're talking about this week is that you now have task notifications as part of your notification settings. Not only do you have task notifications, which I don't know that the task notifications themselves existed before, but more importantly, or perhaps more impactfully, you now have the ability to schedule reports that tell you all of the tasks that you have outstanding, and these will go out to you every single day. So you have a daily summary of tasks that are due, a daily summary of tasks that are overdue. This is in the notification notification section underneath settings on my profile. If you don't see my profile right here, then you're probably in a sub account that you're not assigned to. If you do, you can go into my profile. By the way, you have to manage these at each sub account level. So if you're in 5 different sub accounts, you can have unique notification settings for each sub account, but you have to configure them inside the My Profile section within each one. And so again, the new functionality here is this summary of tasks that you can generate both daily for due tasks and overdue tasks. So check that out. Really cool function to help you stay on top of your tasks inside of HighLevel. All right, next up, we have the ability to bulk edit opportunities. This is really cool. This is something that has had to be done through like a workaround of going into contacts and filtering to find people who have a certain opportunity. Now you have the ability to bulk edit opportunities. The first thing that you need to do is you need to go to list view. So if you're in opportunities and your pipeline looks like this, then you need to change this to list view in order to access the bulk edit functionality. You can set up your filters in here that say, hey, I only want to see anybody that's in a certain stage, or I only want to see somebody that has a certain loan amount, whatever it is. You can set up your filters right here to refine your list. And then when you're ready, you can come in here. Now you can't bulk edit custom fields yet. Looks like you can't even, oh, this is weird. Yeah, it looks like you can't even update the stage right now. This looks like it might be a bug. Again, labs feature. So I imagine that we will be able to update the stage soon, if not, if we can't already. And I'm not messing something up. But anyways, you can update the status. You can update the pipeline that they're in. So, pipeline cleanup is what I'm thinking about for this, right? If your you can filter in here last activity greater than a year ago, and then you can come in here, you can bulk edit, you can mark all of these as abandoned, clean up your pipeline view, especially those of you that are working consumer direct leads or getting a high volume of leads. This is going to be a much cleaner, easier way to keep your pipeline clean and have good visibility into it, as opposed to getting inundated with crap that you're not using. All right, next up, we have a new function of the reputation management section module inside of HighLevel. They've definitely been stepping up their game on this reputation management section. I think I told you guys a couple months ago about this new ability to create custom widgets in here and save templates for these widgets, right? This is the default one. We haven't done any sort of like customization or anything, but you have the ability to do that. That's one of the cool things that it's done. But the new thing that I'm showing you guys is inside of settings in reputation, you can now go to reviews QR right here. You can create your own QR code. Right? You can draw and you can customize this. You can make it something that you print onto a card, right? So you have multiple elements here between text, image, QR code. I imagine there will be more down the road. But anyways, this is really cool. This is not, for those of you guys that do, in-person events or, for example, like a client appreciation event. Imagine having these things like set up all throughout your client appreciation event, allowing people to drop a review. Obviously, people are in a good mood. They've showed up. They're here. They're happy. Really cool function there. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's other ways as well. Like if you're giving out swag, being able to print this little QR code on there, some creative stuff that you can do with this for sure. Definitely excited about what I see loan officers doing. All right, next up, we have an update to the calendar function, the calendar module. God, I say functionality, function, module, all interchangeable. I apologize about that. But the calendar feature, okay, has the ability, if you didn't know, to set up multiple locations that a prospect can choose from when they are like booking with you, right? So think about this. For a loan officer, the use case would be like you have 3 different offices that you meet people at and you don't have a preference of which one, you just want people to be able to choose from any 3 of those offices. That would be an example of one. This ability has been here, but there was something to do with the naming, like your ability to name that made it kind of weird. I don't know exactly, I don't know if you couldn't name it in here or what, but if we look at the notes from Sean, right, we have 2, a display label for custom location. So I'm imagining that's, this right here. So I could say New York office, right? Or New Jersey office, right? And give them the ability to choose those. And then obviously in your follow-up email, you're sending them the address to that. But it also says you can do, it says in here, ask the booker option allows bookers to input their preferred meeting location, and this input will be used as the meeting location for all future references. So interesting. Again, I gave kind of a use case for this. I don't know, I haven't seen any loan officers using this yet. Obviously the enhancement is new, but the ability to book at be able to offer multiple locations is not new, and I don't see a lot of people doing this. But if you are interested in learning more about this, check it out, go and play with it. Make sure you have the features turned on in labs. Let us know if you have any questions. All right, last up is just kind of our regularly, it's pretty much weekly at this point, right? Just our weekly plug for the templates that you can find in here. And when I look at this, you can see we actually did get a bunch of new templates. When we see new templates coming out, I always come in and I'll plug the templates in general, right? So if you want to see what's out, you can sort by most recent to see the ones that just were announced. So if you familiarize yourself with what's in the template section and you just want to come check it out every time you hear me say, hey, new templates, you can just sort by most recent and see the ones that were just added, right? But you can see we have a ton of choices in here. All of these are available to our clients inside their account. Hopefully, if you guys are working with an agency, that they're giving you access to this as well. Otherwise, if you have your own agency, you know about all of this stuff. So these are the templates for a full funnel, right? You also have templates, completely different templates for full websites. So if you come in here, sort by most recent, you'll notice these are completely different than the ones that are in the funnel section. Then you also have forms and surveys as well, right? So if I go, I can choose from a template for forms. Boom, we've got a ton of form templates in here. Same thing with surveys. Go in here, add a survey, choose from a template. Boom, so many templates to choose from. We can do it again. We can go to emails, say, hey, I want to create a new email template, and let me look at the email marketing template. Boom, sort by most recent, and boom, we've got a ton of these in here. Okay, real estate market, there's one right here. So yeah, anyways, like I said, plug for the templates, guys. This is a huge tool for those of you guys that need a little bit of a push, a kickstart when it comes to your creative, when it comes to setting up a simple landing page or anything like that. It's a really good way to make it fairly plug and play. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. We had a handful of cool updates, specifically that reviews QR code generator for reviews. That one is my favorite for sure this week. Guys, check them out. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next week's weekly breakdown. But until then, we'll see you at the top.